Is Sadhguru a true guru or just a modern-day con man who knows how to play his cards right? Well, grab a cup of coffee and keep watching this video as we dig into the dark secrets of Sadhguru, the controversies, illegal businesses, and ambiguous teachings. But first things first, kindly subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell to see more videos like this. Early years. Unless you live under the rock, you should know who Sadhguru is. But one thing you probably didn't know is that he was born Jagadish Vasudev. Born into a line of gurus on the 3rd of September 1957, Jaggi, as he was popularly called, showed no sign of spirituality or religion while growing up. He would rather immerse himself in the National Geographic magazine or watch English movies than go to the temple. Quite surprising that he ended up as a religious leader. 1. His love for English led him to the University of Mysore, where he received a bachelor's degree in English language. But he didn't do much with his degree. He ended up borrowing money to start a poultry farm and then a construction business. That's a lot of twists and turns, if you ask me. Enlightenment. In 1974, he decided to learn yoga from a man called Rishi Prabhakar, and this was the start of his journey to being Sadhguru. 8 years later, he experienced what he called enlightenment. It was like a form of spiritual ecstasy that he went through on the Chamundi hill. Explaining the scenario, he said, "All my life I had thought, this is me. But now the air I was breathing, the rock on which I was sitting, the atmosphere around me, everything had become me." And he kept having this experience over and over until he left his businesses. He then started traveling extensively on his bike, sharing his spiritual experiences and teaching yoga. Now that's more like the Sadhguru. He gained more popularity when he started writing in magazines and featuring on TV and radio shows. But his prominence hasn't been without several stories of greed, corruption, and the abuse of influence for material gains. Let's take the veil off some of these controversies. Lack of financial transparency. 10 years after his spiritual enlightenment, Sadhguru started the Isha Foundation, an organization through which he seeks to enhance human well-being. The foundation is rooted in Sadhguru's spiritual experiences and his vision to help people cultivate their inner selves. He claimed to have over 9 million souls volunteering for his foundation, and he pulls in millions of Indian rupees daily. However, one of the key criticisms aimed at him is his lack of transparency concerning the organization's finances. Aside from the fact that he puts a price tag on the religious aids he renders to his followers, he also has several business ventures registered under the organization. These include Isha Foods and Spices, Isha Crafts, Isha Natural Organic Solutions, and Isha Beauty Products and Wellness, among others. In fact, the so-called religious foundation has an e-commerce platform where they sell a lot of expensive things. However, the issue is not that the foundation is raking in millions, but that Sadhguru had it registered as a non-profit organization. All the proceeds from the sales are tagged donations, just to evade taxes. But he's always seen riding expensive cars, wearing expensive clothes and watches, and gallivanting around with Hollywood stars. Isn't that such a luxurious lifestyle fueled by donations? It's such a slap in the face of a religious leader who teaches so much about good virtues. Illegal construction. Sadhguru also attracted public rage when he built the Isha Yoga Center on a vast area of conserved land, without the necessary permissions, obviously. The Isha headquarters was built on almost 10,000 square meters, including more than 6,300 square meters of yoga center, 1,400 square meters of artificial lake, and the 112-foot Adi Yogi statue. It was constructed on the foothills of Tamil Nadu, adjacent to Bolampati, a forest reserve and elephant corridor, posing a great risk to the forest and wildlife. While the construction process was still on, reports have it that animal-human fights became rampant. This led Sadhguru to erect walls and electric fences, forcing the elephants out of their natural habitats. And guess what? The innocent animals found their way into the nearest village, trampling crops and attacking the villagers. All thanks to Sadhguru, who didn't even see a fault in what he did. He even went as far as threatening a college girl who asked him about this illegal construction on a live debate. Isn't it just too obvious that Jaggi doesn't know how to do what he preaches? Allegations of exploitations. Some former followers and individuals who have had direct experiences with Sadhguru also claim to have faced instances of monetary exploitation. These include excessive monetary contributions and pressure to attend costly programs. In 2017, Nagapan Gautam, an organic farmer in Dindigul, was a victim of this exploitation. He reported that he bought 3 expensive saplings from Sadhguru, but he wasn't given a bill. Then, a few weeks later, he received a mail saying that he had donated a ridiculously smaller amount compared to what he paid. Sadhguru also charges as much as 5,000 Indian rupees per day for his yoga center. Who puts such a heavy price tag on spiritual wellness? This financial exploitation can be emotionally draining for the unsuspecting followers. But can you blame them when they only seek spiritual growth and guidance? Several cases of Sadhguru exploiting his followers through the Ishas Foundation are littered around many courts in India. But you shouldn't be surprised that most of them haven't come up for hearing. I mean, with his influence and power, you should be sure that no judge wants to preside over a case that involves him. So, this explains why he keeps getting away with these things. Ambiguous mix of teachings. The teachings of Sadhguru draw inspiration from various spiritual traditions. This makes his philosophy a blend of yoga, meditation, mysticism, and self-help. While his ambiguous teachings have resonated with many, they show a lack of coherence, leading to confusion and a shallow understanding of the concepts he presents. Also, the questionable delivery of his speeches limits his followers' ability to critically analyze the teachings. This is why a lot of them follow what he says, hook, line, and sinker. Medical and scientific claims. Sadhguru also comes under fire for making several controversial statements regarding health, medicine, and science. For instance, his claims about curing diseases through yoga, as well as his posture on vaccination and modern medicine. His stance on modern medicine made most of his followers decide not to seek evidence-based medical treatments. And this has drawn suspicions from the medical communities. He has also been criticized for promoting several pseudo-scientific claims, including his funny comments on eating during a lunar eclipse. I mean, what has the moon gotten to do with body metabolism? He wants to talk about everything like he's got all the knowledge, and trust me, it's really disturbing. Most times, he seems to forget that with his level of influence, his statements can mislead vulnerable individuals. Controversial social stances. It would have been nice if Jaggi knew how to stick to yoga alone and just let every other thing be. But he also comes to his social media platforms to make public his controversial opinions on social issues. And these polemical outlooks on certain sensitive issues have attracted trolls to his tail several times. Though he uses his platforms to speak about ecological conservation and several other good things, his statements on other socially sensitive issues aren't worthy of emulation. Talking about women's rights, LGBTQ+ issues, and depression, he has made claims that are regressive and out of touch with contemporary values. For example, on the 22nd of October 2016, he went to his Twitter page to unashamedly write, and I quote, "The main cause of depression in the world today is too much eating, not enough physical activity." I mean, how can a respected religious leader say something like this about such a sensitive topic? I'm sure you will agree with me that the compatibility of his teachings with progressive social norms should actually be checked. Sadhguru's teachings have undoubtedly resonated with countless individuals seeking spiritual growth and self-discovery. However, it is essential to approach them with a critical lens. The dark aspects of his teachings show the need for followers and admirers to consider having an open mind concerning his teachings. What do you think about Sadhguru and his teachings? Let us know in the comments. Make sure to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell so that you can get to see more videos like this.